Welcome back to my channel. I originally wanted to do like really no makeup and I kind of ended up with this. It was supposed to be just, yeah, like a natural pared down model makeup, no makeup vibe, but I got a bit carried away. I also put on lashes, which I would never usually do if I was going to model casting, but I thought why not. I've also got maybe a bit too much makeup on, like I just wouldn't wear this heavy look to a casting. That being said, I do think it's really fit and neutral and like natural, and it really didn't take me that long either. So I hope you enjoy the video. Please do comment, like and subscribe, please, and then all links will be down below. I actually, totally by coincidence, have the same makeup routine as Romy Stride. I was watching a tutorial that she did and we use exactly the same products in the same way. First of all, I did tan last night. So on my face I used the Tropez Purity Bronzing Water Gel, which is really good because it's such a fine mist that you don't get any streaks at all and it's a really nice colour. Then I used on my body the Tan Luxe The Body, and you're supposed to mix a few drops of this with your moisturiser, but I actually mixed it with like a coconut oil, which spreads quite well and means that I'm only slightly dodgy on my wrists and hands, but everywhere else is perfect. Then I just cleansed and moisturised my face as per usual. The moisturiser that I love to use is the Weleda Skin Food. Oh, this is the original. I actually used the light one today, so this is the like day one that I used and the night one. They are some of the best products I've ever used. Actually, before I start foundation, I'm going to use the Hollywood Flawless Filter in number 2, just on the parts that I want to be glowy, and then just press that in with my fingers. And then the foundation that Romy used, and also I'll be using, is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder. This is in 3 Fair, which I have a feeling is going to be a bit pale for me because of the fake tan, so I might just add a little bit of face and body C6, which is a bit crazy, but I just keep a small pot here for if I am tanning, then I can just add it to my foundation and just dial up the colour a bit, which is a really good tip for if like you want to buy a new foundation but you don't know whether you want it for when you're your natural colour or your tanned colour. Just get your natural colour and then get some C6. I've just changed my camera settings because I feel like it was making me look really pale and cool and that wasn't the right colour, and I love spending time just pushing the foundation in as much as possible because I think that's when you get the result that looks the most natural. So once that's all on there and blended, I'm actually going to conceal my under eye bags. Now Romy didn't use any concealer under her eyes at all, but that's one of my kind of problem areas. It's just the best corrector I think I've ever used. It really cancels out that purple undertone because the corrector is so pink. Then I'm going to use a bit of the Maybelline Age Rewind to just go over the pink. So the pink cancels out the purple, and then this yellow cancels out the pink. But I'm not going to put too much on because I just don't want it to look like loads of makeup sitting on my face. It's just because this is one of the areas that I like to make sure looks bright and light. Then she did set her makeup a little bit, which is what I'm going to do now. I think she used the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder, which like everybody has, and I have used. I think I've gone through like 2 or 3 pots before, but it was just getting really expensive. And I saw Wayne Goss talk about the RCMA no colour powder, and it's 1/3 of the Laura Mercier price, but you get triple the amount of products. And I think maths-wise that means you get 9 times more for your money. Go under my eyes. That's where I crease the most, and I get oily eyelids, so I'm going to put it there, and kind of up into the brow a bit more as well, so that the brow products have something to stick to and it's not just foundation that they're sliding off. And then she used the Kevyn sculpting powder, which I've honestly had this for like 5 years. It's so hard to get through because it's such a fine product and you only need a little bit, which like it is expensive, but you do get so much worth out of it. And she didn't use a lot of this, but just a little bit to carve out the cheekbones, and because it's grey toned it mimics the natural shadows so much better than if I was to use like my Hoola bronzer, which is orange based. She didn't contour her nose, which again is something that I would do, but it is something that's quite noticeable as well. So we're just going to do what she did and highlight down the middle. Just going to hit my jawline, Going off memory, I can't remember whether she did do her jawline, but I definitely think like a strong jawline is such a kind of model must-have that I feel a bit insecure because from the side sometimes I'm like this. And then I'm just gonna put a tiny bit under my bottom lip as well. Then I'm gonna take this, pretty much all my brushes are Zoeva, they're my favourite ones, I'll link them below. This is the 228 Luxe Crease, maybe my favourite ever brush. And I'm just going to use a little bit of that shadow powder in the sockets here, which is what Romy did as well, just to create a slightly deeper set eye. But yeah, I've just got a little bit of shadow now, not too much. I'm just going to film the second part of my TikTok BRB. TikTok didn't work out so good. And then I've added a little bit of the Nars Orgasm Blush just to my cheeks. Romy didn't do this part, but I am a blush fanatic. I just feel like things are looking a little bit powdery, and I've used a lot of powder products. So I'm going to take Beauty Pie's Fresh Glow Setting Spray and douse my skin with that. And I'm going to start on my brows, and I just wanted to show you this dye kit because this one is the one that I've used recently just to pick up some of the smaller hairs and make my brows look a bit defined. So that's why they are slightly darker, and that's like the first step for me that's really important. And then the second step is to use my soap brows. My sister introduced me to this like a week ago and I have been obsessed. So the soap looks like this in the box. Then I just use some setting spray to get the soap wet. Apparently the setting spray works a lot better than water if you've tried this product before and it hasn't had the staying power that you want. Then I just get a spoolie in there and start brushing up. Definitely gives you that like laminated kind of brow look. And then I'm going to let that set for a few minutes before I go back in with either a powder or a pen. I haven't decided yet. In fact, while that's drying, I'm going to put on a bit of glow, which is kind of silly. I should have done that in my face stage. I'm using Glossier's Haloscope in Quartz. So it's got two colours in the centre. It's got this balm and then the shimmer on the outside. So when you rub it together, you mix them. And I'm just going to put some of that here on the high point of my cheekbone. And this is a real like glass skin product, and I think it's important to use cream products when you're trying to make your skin look more natural because it's a lot harder to detect a cream product than it is a powder product. This shows up just depending on the light, but it is very, very glowy. And then Romy did some down the centre of her nose. Then I'm going to use the Ardell Stroker Brow in the colour Medium Brown. And first of all, I'm just going to go in and go over my moles, beauty spots, whatever they are. Got one there and one here. It's a really good pen because you can just add in individual hairs where you need them. So I like to, on this eyebrow, build my arch a bit more and extend the tail. And then at the front where I'm a bit bald, I'll just pencil in some strokes there. I'm actually just going to switch to a powder because I don't feel like I'm getting the colour payoff at the moment with the kind of soapy wax and the felt tip pen. So I'm just using a little bit of MAC Espresso just to darken up where I feel like it needs to be a bit bushier and fuller. That's better. It's important to spend a lot of time on the brows because you don't want for them to look like they're drawn on, because that's a big giveaway that you're wearing a lot of makeup. You still do want to see individual hairs and texture. I think texture's the key. Then I'm actually going to use a little bit of eyeliner, which Romy didn't do but I want to do just because I've got quite hooded lids and I just want some lash definition. Just to make my eyes look a bit more feline, but if I was going for like a casting I probably wouldn't use an eyeliner at all. I'd just do a bit of mascara. So I've just curled my lashes, now I'm adding mascara and I'm going to add some false lashes, which again I wouldn't usually do, but I'm just really loving that kind of fox eye trend at the moment. This is the glue on my lash and I'm just going to let it do its thing. Look at my hands. Okay, so I would never do a makeup this heavy ever for modelling, but I just think I got a bit carried away. Anyway, lips, you're in the perfect position. My favourite lip combo is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. This is Iconic Nude, this is Pillow Talk. Iconic Nude on the outside. And then fill in with Pillow Talk, but not too much because I don't want it to look too matte and unnatural. She says wearing false eyelashes. And I feel like that's kind of it. I'll zoom you out and get my hair down. Then just fluff up your hair. Wear some gold jewellery and then just like an oversized baggy tee. And then that is my model, kind of model, not really model, just like fit makeup, but not looking like you're wearing too much. But I'm quite pleased with that. What do you think? Sorry, that is not really what I said I was going to do, but creativity, gotta go with it. All links will be below. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please do like and comment and subscribe, it helps me out so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Also suggestions on what to post next, because I'm all ears and open to suggestions. See you next time, bye.